Hello there, I'm Christine, and on today's video I'm wanting to talk about the nodes of the moon changing this week. And I just want to adjust my video camera here. Good. It's been a busy week, and we've got Mercury retrograde as well, so there you go, we have it. Well, the north and south node of the moon, or lunar nodes as you may have heard them called, are not physical bodies. They are actually crossings. They mark the crossings of the moon's orbital path, and they actually hold their own vibrational frequency, and they have been in Gemini and Sagittarius for the last 2 years, and then on the 18th, what day of the week that is for you, given time zones, they went into move from Gemini Sag to Scorpio, to Taurus Scorpio, and that is they also energetically they move backwards through the signs. So they are at the moment 29 degrees in Taurus Scorpio. In Eastern astrology, they are referred to as the dragon's head and the dragon's tail, and the nodes of the moon bring about change, and they also have play an important part in karma. So you can go back and see when the nodes were in the same sign again over a period of time. Like, for instance, if you wanted to do your birth chart, go to astro.com and get a free birth chart. You would look at the nodes in your chart and see where they were when you were born, and you may be going through a nodal return, and if that's the case, that would be quite auspicious. Just so you have if you decided to do that, I'm using the cards from Moonology Oracle cards, but this is the north node sign, and you would see that on the chart, symbolic, that symbol. And the north node is about stepping out of your comfort zone and when you do that, obviously we go closer to our spiritual path, finding our true north, those sorts of things like that. It's wonderful energy. So that's the north node symbol when I'm talking. And then the south node symbol is all about what you know, and it's the reverse symbol. They look like headphones. I used to think of them as headphones for a long time. And that is, the south node is all about not letting the past hold you back, because the south node is been there, done that, got the t-shirt, but I'm very comfortable here and I don't really want to make change. But the north node is about, no, step out of your comfort zone or you'll go nowhere. So they're the energies of the karmic shift for you. Now, the nodes have been in Gemini Sag, so north node Gemini, Sagittarius, south node, and that's mutable signs, and mutable signs are about change and adapting and things flowing and changing quickly, and we've had to make a lot of adaptation, whether it be communications. You saw a disruption to travel, people being not being able to see family, disruptions there, people working in the cities, working from home, and then all of a sudden we became closer to our neighbourhood, and there was a disruption in commuting and our shift in our thinking, and also we had to adapt all the time to do this rule, do that rule, not the other, and the other rule, and that put a lot of extra strain on a lot of people, and dealing with a lot of change. And we also had a shift perhaps in what long distance travel means, and a disruption with long distance travel, and also there was also a shift perhaps for some with faith and religion or philosophies, because a lot of people turn to various faith or philosophies to be able to get through the challenging time of what the nodes were going through in 2020, when we had a nodal shift and everything sort of flipped about to what we were used to prior to that. In general, we find these energies for Taurus and Scorpio are fixed signs. So in general, it's about what we want to hold on to, what's important to us, and what we value, and when we think this is important to me and this is where I'm sticking and where I'm staying. And there can be a little bit of a resistance to change with the with the Taurus and Scorpios, because as I said, it's a different energy with that. So we have also, when you're thinking about the nodes, oh, here's the card, we have the Two of Coins. And I find when I see that card, it makes me think of nodal activity. And you're seeing the path and the energy. It's keeping us on our toes, and we're also riding the waves of change every 18 months. And they do. They create shifts in us and shifts in often at a societal level. It's not only to do with personal with that. So the North Node is about, in Taurus, is about stability and freedom and values and our money and our economy and what makes us feel safe and how that impacts on us, the economy, the buying and our goods, buying what we own, what we want to buy, can we buy it? And the idea of supplies, and that could be a disruption in that. Maybe some people are experiencing that as well. Holding on to what we got, and also the thought of what we value. What's the purpose of this when we come through the other side? And the South Node in Scorpio is about sex and shared resources and endings, death, fear, anxiety, loss and inheritance, taxes, lots of probing into things, finding out what's going on behind the scenes, debts of government and how comfortable we feel with that, probing into governments and countries, and also looking at what stands in the way of the changes that we want to make and being able to face our fears. And so I thought I would draw some cards, and I'm using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's a deck from the 70s, 60s or 70s. It's a blue box one. I'm don't consider myself a sharp collector, so it's the one I had. It's not the one I had when I was first reading cards, but I had a deck in the blue box that was the first deck I bought for myself when I was in my teens, so I just wanted to buy another one, and I like working with it because it just sort of brings me back, I guess, a little bit of pasty stuff. So I thought I'd go through the signs and talk about each sign and what house it is, because where Aries is in your chart, for Aries I mean, where Taurus or Scorpio is in your chart is the house that it's going to impact. And I use a lot of natural astrology because that's astrology I learned in the 80s, and it doesn't matter what house system you use, they all do the same, give the same information at the end of the day. So I've got some cards here, and I've given them a shuffle as we've been talking. And Aries, for you, it's going to be 2nd and 8th house stuff. So 2nd house is the Taurus, and 8th house is the Scorpio, and it's about your cash, your property, your possessions, what you value, your time. Do I have time for this? How important my time is, or I don't have time for that. And it's also how we find ourselves dealing with shared resources. It's about sex and births and deaths. And Aries, you can find yourself making a complete transformation over the next coming years with this. So I'm going to take a card from the top, and here we are, Aries, and that is a card of travel, change, being in charge of the reins and taking the reins, taking charge, taking control, getting where you want to go with the Chariot, and taking charge of your life and working with your money, working with your resources, and making this transformation of sort of achieving what you want to achieve and getting there, and the shared resources, being able to bring that together in a neat and respectful way. So Taurus, it's about the 1st and 7th house for you, and the card I have for that is the 8 of Wands. So it's about communication. But first of all, the houses that will affect, have impact, I should say, is the 1st and 7th house. So it's about your identity and how you're projecting yourself to your work. Maybe there's communication. Are you coming across straightforward, or are you speaking with piercing arrows? It refers about loved ones, people in your life that are important to you. It could be partners, lovers. It can also be exes, because there's enemies involved in this with that. So shared money and communication about that, and lining it all up, and things moving quick and changes moving quick for you, Taurus. So Gemini, it's the 12th and 6th house, and that's about where you go to escape. It could be drugs, alcohol, not necessarily. It could be meditation. It could be working too much. It could be going on lovely long walks as well. And this is about a dividing up your time and money, and it's all about the small things that you do in life, of changes that you make that bring success for you with the 6th house. And you're going to find it could be health. You're going to be busy, and you're going to be doing lots of little changes that bring about what that you want in your daily routine, and also of being service to others. And I do see money and resources being divided up, and decisions getting made around that with this card for you, Gemini. And but I also see a lot of meditation and healing happening as well. Cancer, it's about the 11th house, and which is your friends, and the 5th. And for Cancer, we have the Queen of Swords, and the thinking, and you thinking, well, what works, what doesn't work with your circle of friends, your social groups, people who help you behind the scenes, children if you have them, and also finding a creative outlet and possibly casual affairs. So you're going to be taking charge, and you yourself are going to be working behind the scenes, getting things done the way that you want them to be done in that area of your life. And you could also find where you draw a line in the sand with friends that don't really support your values and beliefs with that. So Leo, it's about ambitions. You have the 10th and the 4th house. So you have Taurus in the 10th, and you have Scorpio in the 4th, and that's about your ambitions in your career and your status, wanting to make your mark. It's about goals and gaining that recognition, and also about the home, where you find where you belong, and working things about the home, activity with the home. Also perhaps the division of power in the home, or dividing up of properties, and with that for you, Leo, and feeling settled in yourself. And here we have you wondering what it is you want to do with the work that you're doing, and that you're going to be wanting to climb your mark and leave your mark. Is it something that you value enough to pour all that energy into, and then say, then what? Because I can see it all piling up happily for you with this card, but then you're thinking, is it what I really valued? Is it important to me? Does it make me feel secure? And working out how things work for you with that, because Leo, your ambitions and career and feeling safe and secure are very important. So you might find you are storing up and stacking some money for a rainy day, like squirreling away some money for that. But also thinking, if I pour all this energy into this, is this what I really want to be pouring all my energy into as I climb the ladder of success? So Virgo, it's about the 9th and the 3rd house of stepping out of your comfort zone for travel, study, getting new perspectives, and not letting being held back by communication or siblings or overthinking things. And the card I got for you was Judgment. So it's a total transformation happening there with you. It's almost like you're going to feel, Virgo, that through the study and that sort of calling, this is what I'm meant to do, joining in with others, and also being able to don't be held back to join in, don't be held back to follow your calling and gaining new perspectives, and don't be thinking that, oh, I have this and I need to, I'm sort of channeling something through with this. It's about that joining in with others, communicating with others, and also listening to the call of your spiritual being and learning new things. So step out of your comfort zone with this, and do what makes you feel secure, because it is all about the study and the transformation. And giving things second chances will help make you feel secure, so you are not sort of necessarily not becoming fixed with things, not overthinking with them. So Libra, we have the Ace of Wands, and for Libra it's the 8th house and the 2nd house for you. So making transformation with joint finances. Some of you will find that you are taking charge of money, be it your own money or the money that you have jointly with other people, particularly being 8th house stuff. And if you've been someone who's been letting someone else run all the affairs and everything, you might find you become more involved with that and are happy to do your share, take it by the bit and step in and take an active part in joint finances, and not being held back by money, not being held back by what you value and possessions. I see living simplicity for Librans, a lot of simple living with it, and that will help you reach where you want to go with that, and you're going to feel stable and secure by that, Libra. So Scorpio, we have the 5 of coins. We have the lovely light and security at the top, but you need to know that it's there. And Scorpio, it's about partnerships, the people important in your life, and traveling along the road together. Some of you may feel that you need to deal with a relationship in a different way. You may feel you need to step back from a relationship, Scorpio, but you will also find that the people in your life are very important, and some people who there could be also a parting of the ways with some people there where you had activities that you were doing together. You may find you are no longer doing that with them, Scorpio. And it's all about having communication, staying connected. You could be communicating a lot more on Zoom and the internet and staying connected with loved ones. That's important for you. And also how you project yourself, so that they see a change in wanting to sort of project yourself in a different way. And also, don't be held back. See the light that's coming for you and the change that's coming for you with the number 5. So Sagittarius, it's all about the 6th house and the 12th house. And the card I have for you is the Queen of Coins or Pentacles. And here she is. It's all about what you do each day, the working that you do behind the scenes, the things you do to create healthy habits, not letting past fears go, or not being worried about the past and the escapism that you had in the past and let that hold you back. It's about creating something new and what's important for you and for what's important for the future, and nurturing that. and letting go of what has imprisoned you and left you sort of feeling barren from the past. But it was learning that you had to go through, but having to now think, this is what I value and this is what I want to hold on to, and I'm going to nurture this. And it's all about all the little things you do on a day-to-day basis, and the routine that you create is what moves you forward in this time. And also not letting the past hold you back any longer. Move on from that and just think of the future. That's what's important. So Capricorn, it's about the 5th and the 11th house. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and having fun, being childlike and children and lightheartedness, and creating a pursuit of things that you'd like to do. It doesn't matter whether it's art or cooking, connecting with friends, all social circle stuff, all the things that you've been wanting to do. And I'm just going to grab a card for you, and you have the Lovers card. So it is about connecting with people who are with you socially in your social circling, taking risks of doing things that you've always wanted to do, knowing that you've got the blessing of the angel to step outside the comfort zone and have fun. You don't have to climb the mountain anymore. It will look after itself. Maybe you will achieve more through networking than through slaving away. Just take a light-hearted look at it all, Capricorn, and do a little bit of enjoying, because do something that you've been wanting to do that's been in the background, growing in the background, Capricorn, of something that you've been wanting to do and that you've been wanting to think, I've always wanted to do that. I've got the time now and it's important for me to get that done. And it's something that you will enjoy, whether it's an outdoor activity, an indoor activity, painting, connecting with people, anything like that that's light-hearted and childlike. That sort of inner self of you bloom, Capricorn, and let the sun shine it, because it will. So Aquarius, it's about the 4th house and the 10th house. It's about your life, where you live, your home at the moment, family, where you feel you belong. And if it's not family, it's people and friends that you treat like family, or you feel like family to you. Taking the risk and creating the home that you want, and creating healing that you want, and moving away from upsets, creating a sense of being safe, and also doing what holds you back, breaking through the barrier of something that you feel has been holding you back. And here we have for you, Aquarius, if you've had that vision of something you've been wanting to do, and you've been holding on to that vision of something that's out there in the future, it's now time to do that. Because where you have to think, where and what do I want to be for the next 20 years? because it's going to take that long vision for you with this. And where will I feel I belong for the next 20 years? And what will feel safe for me and secure for me? And how can I make my mark? And not being held back by things that may have held you back before. Because now is your time. Hold on to what you've got and take that next step to be able to move your life in the direction that you want it to go. And so finally we come to Pisces, and Pisces is about the 3rd house and the 9th house, which is about education, your study zone, anything that broadens your mind. It's where you find yourself stepping out of your comfort zone and not letting past things hold you back. It's an opportunity to connect and grow, Pisces, and you'll be able to see the bigger picture because you've got Jupiter in your house as well, and during this time, and it's about communicating with those around you. So let's just see what card we have for you. You are going to be overcoming things if you take them one by one. You're going to have a list. It's like you've got your list of what you're going to do. You're going to finish a study or start a study, broadening your mind, and you're also going to step out of that comfort zone and push through what it is that you want to do that gets your life moving in the direction that you want to go, Pisces, because it's about education. It's about knowing what you want and going for it. and it's about an opportunity to connect and grow through other people. So you don't have to do it all alone, anything that's bothering you. If you have a barrier there that you're trying to move through, involve other people, communicate to those around you so that you can sort of push through any barriers that are holding you back, Pisces, and that way you will achieve what it is that you are wanting to achieve, to make you feel secure and feel financially secure and successful, and you'll think back and think it was worth it. It will be something that you value. So it's an opportunity to connect and grow and see the bigger picture. So that video sums up the nodes. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'd like you to hear your comments on what sign, if you went and looked up your chart, what sign the nodes are in when you were, what's in your chart, and other than that, and your thoughts on it. So bye for now.